So we are continuing our conversation on Nevada Week after we've shot our show. These are Nevada Week extras, and I want to talk a little bit about just what's going on at the federal level with some of the policy and also just some of the most recent developments with where the Department of Justice has sided with Obamacare potentially being unconstitutional. I'm wondering how that might affect our state. Cody, can you comment on that?
Yeah, I can share, some of the information that the administration's provided. Medicaid expanded from about 250,000 recipients to about 650,000 recipients with the Affordable Care Act. And so should that act be repealed in its entirety, that affects a lot of people that would not have access to Medicaid specifically. There are certainly other aspects of that law besides the Medicaid expansion, like the protection for pre-existing conditions. And Kaiser Family Foundation estimates there's about 439,000 Nevadans that have a pre-existing condition that would take them out of the insurance market with that repeal. So we're talking about an impact to a lot of people. Certainly at Medicaid, we follow all of these developments very closely and monitor when we were seeing bills come out of the federal government, we were monitoring on a nightly basis how this would impact our recipients. So we watch it very closely and try to keep our focus on making sure people can get the care they need.
And Matthew and Ingrid, I'll start with you. As far as the patients that you're serving, what percentage are on Medicaid? What kind of impact might that have if Medicaid were to be reduced at the levels that Cody's talking about to your business?
Well, significantly, 73% of all of our clients are Medicaid recipients. So certainly that would have a tremendous impact to the access. I mean, to some degree. We would certainly continue to provide services now that we're part of a federal qualified health center. That helps us significantly to be able to continue. But previously, as a private provider, we'd have to close the doors, pretty much.
And Matthew, I'm wondering, are there a lot of then service providers potentially closing their doors if this were to go through, or just reducing services? What do you see as being kind of the future?
I think it would affect the economy because we've expanded to that number, that 600,000. To go backwards would affect it drastically because by expanding, we expanded our businesses. And so to go backwards, it would really put a burden on the providers. But then also, again, that ripple effect, then it would affect the recipients. So anything that affects the providers, it's just kind of the circle of life, like on Lion King. It's that circle of life. It's the same thing. When you increase something like that, you cannot redact it. It's going to have a huge effect on it. So,
yeah,
yes,
I'd be curious to see what the analytics are of all the supporting tertiary businesses and tertiary professionals who would be affected by 2/3 of a particular population being ripped out of a particular economy.
For sure. Yeah, economically huge.
It'd be drastic. You almost create more Medicaid recipients actually through it.